Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm the City Witch. So I have your August free reading. So before me you see 3 cards. We have card 1, card 2 and card 3. Each of these may hold a message for you. Now it is possible that more than one card has a message for you in this month, particularly if it's going to be a busy month with a lot that Spirit wants to talk to you about. But most likely one of these cards will hold a message for you. If you've not done this before and you don't know how to do it, all you need to do is take a moment to concentrate on each of these cards for me. Whichever one that you get a tingling sensation over, or butterflies in the stomach, or your eyes are constantly drawn back to it time and time again, that is the card that holds a message for you for this month. So take a moment and pause the video and select your card for me. Remember, we have card 1, card 2 and card 3. Okay, so you should have made your selection now, guys. So I'm going to begin with card 1. So for card 1, for those of you who selected this one, we have Snail's Pace. This card is all about slowing down, feeling grounded or rooted to the spot. It's all about listening to the heartbeat of the earth and the subtle energies it has to offer. Now, this card comes with a challenge, guys. This is kind of saying to me, what's your rush? You know, what are you running away from, or what are you propelling yourself towards at such a speed? Because this card is all about observing, okay? And I take particular note here of the snail. So observing this little snail, you can see each small movement forward. You can understand how truly hard, how difficult it is for this little guy to progress forward each and every day, and yet he still plows on. He still does what he needs to get to where he needs to go, but he's doing it at his own speed. Each day he's taking it as it comes. He's going his own pace, and he's not feeling under pressure to be rushed in any way. By doing this as well, he's really enjoying his accomplishments because he is truly able to absorb everything that he's accomplished. He can comprehend where he's come from, where he is now, and fully understand the direction he's going in because he takes the time to think clearly about everything he's doing. He's taken the time to observe his surroundings. Now, the lesson here is to observe. Observation is the key, and you need to be patient to do this. So mostly you're being told to slow down. This tells me, guys, that you guys are taking on too much in the month of August. You have way too much going on, you're stressing out, and you're perhaps leaving everything to last minute. And because you're doing that, you're rushing. And because you're rushing, you're going to make mistakes. So you need to slow down. You need to be patient, and you need to take full stock of everything that's going on around you. The only way to do that is to stop and really look. As the saying goes, stop and smell the roses. Observe your environment and go at your own speed. Don't feel pressured or rushed. When we rush through life, we accomplish a lot, that is true, but we fail to enjoy it. Perhaps lately, that is what you have been doing. Take a moment to reflect upon the past few months. Can you recall a time where you slowed down and observed your surroundings and really took in what was going on around you? Can you think about that for a moment for me? And can you tell me if you've felt rushed, under pressure, stressed? And if you think back over the last few months, can you actually pick out a moment where you actually had peace and quiet, where you didn't feel rushed or stressed? And if you can't pick that out, this is your call to rest. It's a call to slow down. And this card is asking you to take time for yourself. Now, I don't mean pamper yourself or a holiday. I know that this is summer and I know a lot of people are going on holidays right now. That isn't what this card is about. This card is about all your responsibilities, all of your jobs and tasks. It's about everything that's making you rush through life. And it's about everything you have to do within a 24-hour period. And you're taking on too much and you're only one individual person. And this is making you rush, it's making you feel pressured and stressed, and it's making you speed up. And because you're speeding up and going at this fast pace, you're making mistakes. Things are not getting finished properly. You're not giving the tasks 100% of who you are and what you're capable of. Because how can you? You're stretching yourself way too thin. Fairies can see beneath the shell that you present to others, and they know that you have become influenced by your busy schedule. This is a reminder to slow down. to not take on so much, and to be more observant of your life. Perhaps it's also time to find a more comfortable pace to life, to go your own way, and to acknowledge that even when you slow down, you are still progressing forward. I feel like some of you are stressing over that if you slow down, you're not going to be able to accomplish everything. You're not moving forward, you're not progressing in any way, and that's not true. Even the snail, no matter the speed it's going at, and let's face it, snails go really slow, guys, it's still progressing, it's still moving forward, it's still accomplishing what it needs to, it's just doing it at his own speed. So that is the message for you guys here. Just slow down. Maybe take some things out of your schedule. Maybe ask for some help and support from loved ones. Or maybe start delegating a bit more, because you don't have to take on everything that you have been lately. So that's the message for you guys. Let's have a look at the message for you guys in group 2. So here we have the Keeper of Secrets, and the message on the card says, use your discernment, confide in trusted friends, and keep silent about knowledge. Now this is a very interesting card, because this is a card of secrets, of knowledge, and with knowledge comes power, as we know. So I think this card is kind of talking about how secrets can be destructive. Yes, they can be very empowering and make you feel powerful, but secrets are a test of your loyalty. The knowledge you possess is powerful, that's for sure. It could change things for the better and be used for the greater good. Or it could be destructive if said at the wrong moment. And let's face it, many of us struggle when we're given a secret. Many of us think, oh, just tell that person, but ask them to keep it to themselves. But you're trusting that person's keeping that secret to themselves. And if you've already released the secret, what's to say they won't? Passing on knowledge and information that isn't yours can be very, very destructive. So this card is all about using your discernment to know when to stay quiet and when to speak up. If you speak up, speak only to those that you trust. So that one trusted friend that you know time and time again has never let you down, never betrayed your trust, and never spoken a word of anything you've told them privately. You may struggle with this task because it's very, very difficult to keep a secret to yourself, especially when it's a secret someone else has imparted upon you. You may feel under pressure to spill the beans by those around you, but that is going to make someone feel betrayed, because make no mistake, guys, if you reveal this information, you are betraying someone in the process, someone that confided in you, someone who trusted you. It's perhaps then far better to wait for the right moment or to stay completely silent. Now, this is where your discernment is important, guys, because you have to know, is this information that you've been given worth spilling the beans over? If it's something that's really trivial, something that's really none of your business, maybe you shouldn't say anything at all. But if it's something that would put someone in danger, someone at risk, then maybe it is worth telling somebody the information that you have. So you have to be mindful of the secret or the knowledge that you've obtained. And let's face it, because this is the other thing, guys. As humans, we are very nosy, and we always stick our noses in where they don't belong. And this gets us into trouble all the time. So really consider the knowledge you have. Is it your secret to tell? Were you asked to keep it quiet? And were you trusted with this knowledge? If so, it isn't your place to speak up. It isn't your secret to tell. Not unless someone's in danger. Danger is kind of where I draw the line, guys. If this is the kind of knowledge where someone actually deserves to know. So for example, if you know that your best friend in the whole world is being cheated on, perhaps you do need to tell them, because that person is making a fool of them. But also, judge your friend on how they behave. Would they accept that knowledge and information? Would they shoot the messenger? Would you be putting your nose in where it's really going to be unwelcome and unwanted? And would you burn that sacred bridge that you've spent years developing with that friend? If so, maybe it's not worth it, because they will figure out on their own that they're being cheated on. So whatever the information is, really think about it and really consider the damage and the changes that will come if you choose to impart that knowledge, that secret, upon someone else. This for me then is talking about learning the art of silence, perfecting the art of trust, and becoming a trustworthy person. To learn self-control. And perhaps some of you out there haven't quite mastered this yet, because it is very difficult to keep a secret. It's also, when you have a secret and you want to share it with someone, we often don't choose wisely about who to share it with. And then we feel betrayed because we get betrayed by that person we confided in. But whose fault is it at that point? Is it their fault for telling that information to someone else, or is it our fault because we didn't really pick the right person to confide in the first place? Did you think it through clearly and properly? So these are kind of the messages I'm getting through from this card, guys. So self-control, really, really important. I would definitely say that you need to work on being a trustworthy individual and recognizing when to speak up and when to stay silent, when to keep other people's secrets and when to keep knowledge to yourself. Because knowledge is very powerful, but it's also very destructive. Let's keep that in mind. And I know this will be difficult for many of you. And I know that this secret and knowledge you have is eating you up inside. I can feel it. You are desperate to tell someone, but I would say it's far better not to. I think you should trust the spirits when they're telling you to keep it to yourself and be selective about who you talk to if you choose to talk to someone. And if it's your secret, maybe don't tell anyone, because I feel like there's a warning here, guys, that you're being told, don't tell your secret to anyone. Don't pass on this knowledge to anybody else, because it's either going to be used against you or you're going to get betrayed as a result. So maybe it's better not to tell that important piece of information that you have to anyone. And if someone else is giving you a secret and you struggle, perhaps you need to start telling people to not tell you secrets and just be honest about what you're capable of. Right now, if you're not capable of keeping other people's secrets, if you're not capable with being trusted with that kind of information, then maybe ask people not to give it to you in the first place, at least until you've learned a certain level of self-control. And I'm not picking anyone here. I'm not kind of saying that you guys are bad in any way. That's not this message. Everyone learns things at their own speed. Everybody comes to different challenges in life. And I just think for you guys in August, this is one of your challenges. Learning to be more trustworthy, learning self-control, and learning when to speak up and impart information, wisdom on other people, sticking your noses into other people's business, and when not to. And that's the more important bit, when not to speak, when to keep the secret to yourself, when to keep that knowledge hidden, because it's not worth the destruction that would come as a result. So this is your challenge in August, guys. So just be mindful of secrets, knowledge and information coming to you during that month, and then be really careful about what you do with that information. That is the best advice I can give you. Okay, so difficult month for you guys, a little bit of a challenge, but I know you can overcome it. Let's go to group 3. Okay, so group 3, we have Merlin. So Merlin is a powerful ancient figure, right? Really historic in English history. So he's all about guidance, mentorship, and he's the teacher of the old ways. So when the ancient one Merlin appears, he comes forward to speak about all the knowledge of the ancients, all the information he's gathered over the years, all the skills he's acquired. This card speaks to me of those of you who are considering learning a new skill. I can see some of you considering learning a new skill, wanting to educate yourself in a new subject, or just simply wanting to expand your knowledge in some way. And I feel like for many of you, this has been on your mind for a while. Maybe some of you are considering going back in education. Maybe you're flip-flopping between taking a year out or studying, or maybe you've kind of skated through life and you kind of want a skill that's going to give you a qualification or lead you down a career path that you can be proud of, or maybe you're just a bit bored and you just want to learn something new. Whatever it is, this card is speaking to me about learning, being a student, expanding your knowledge and gaining new skills in the process. So if this is an indication that you need to learn something, you're going to need a mentor, okay? And this card is telling me that a mentor will come forward and it will be the right mentor to help guide you. I think that mentor will make themselves known to you. As the saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Your mentor should be very knowledgeable, but also honest about their limitations. Be wary of any mentor who's claiming to know all, because no one can possibly know all, because that's just being a know-it-all. They might be a master in their field, they might be extremely skilled, but they need to be open to new possibilities, new ideas, and they need to know their limitations of knowledge and be very open and upfront about that. Alarm bells would ring for me if any mentor was claiming that they know everything and they're not willing to expand their knowledge or stay as up to date in their field as they claim they are, because there's always new things being discovered all the time. There's always new ways to do things. As an example, I know maths, the way maths is done now in school is completely different to how I did it in school. So there's always new techniques being developed every single day. There's new knowledge coming to light every single day. And for me, the ideal mentor would be somebody that's open and upfront about that, open about the knowledge and the skill they have, how long ago they gained those skills, and whether they stay as up to date as possible in that current field. That's going to help you choose a mentor. Now, I do believe Spirit's bringing the right mentor to you, but if you actively start looking for a way to learn this skill or re-educate yourself in whatever it is you're trying to do, guys, I think you're going to come across some false mentors in the process or some scams and schemes. So just be mindful of that and make sure you're choosing the right person for you and do your research really well. I really want to add here as well that it's kind of a message coming through, guys. Just bear with me. Okay, I would say that this is a clear sign that wanting to learn a new skill and expand your knowledge is definitely, you're on the right track, guys. This is definitely a sign from Spirit saying that you know, this is a great idea. They are giving you the full go ahead and they're supporting you in this journey, and they are going to help you on the path. So if you've been mulling this over for a while, you're still not sure, you're on the fence a little bit, this is definitely your sign that you're going the right direction. So whatever you have in mind for yourself, whether it's you want a new skill that's going to propel you in your career, whether it's you want to re-educate yourself, learn a new language, whatever it is, guys, whatever is on your mind, this is telling me it's a good idea. So go for it, okay? Bear in mind that's only in the subject of wanting to learn, grow and expand your knowledge. It's not in anything else, guys. This is specifically talking about educating yourself in some way and learning a new skill, expanding your knowledge, that kind of thing. It's not talking about your love life. It's not talking about those kinds of things. It's talking specifically about knowledge. So this is about brain power. I would also say that if you haven't made your mind up yet, this is definitely encouraging you to really consider the path of education and to become a student once again, or a student in general. You can't really go wrong here, because you are working towards your future. You're working towards perfecting yourself, and gaining a new skill is a good thing. It's never a bad thing. I would also say that for many of you out there, some of the things that you want to learn is not only going to propel you forward and give you a path, it's also going to give you a focus in life. I feel like some of you are a little bit unfocused right now, or you're feeling a little bit lost and you need some direction. This is definitely going to give you that. So definitely consider going back into education, definitely consider learning something new. It is definitely going to lead you down a new path. It's definitely going to give you that spark of life again and make you feel like you're working towards something. And also it's going to give you a sense of achievement and accomplishment, which is something for many of you who haven't had in a while. So I do think that's going to be a really good thing for you. Now, properly research to find the right mentor and the right course or where you want to go to educate yourself. But know that Spirit is guiding you, and you will find the right person, the right course and the right path for you. Definitely feel like that's the message for you guys there. Now, for those of you who are confused, thinking, I don't want to re-educate myself and I don't know what this is talking about, the alternative message to this card is sometimes that when you're, whatever your path you're on at the moment, whatever you're experiencing right now, sometimes it means you don't have enough knowledge, or you don't have enough information, and that you need to dig a bit deeper. So this can now expand to other areas of life. So if you're considering, you know, you're dating someone, say for example, and you're considering a relationship, this would indicate to me you don't know enough about person to be considering a relationship, and that your emotions are ruling you and your head should be ruling you instead. If this is about a career move, maybe research the company a lot more, talk to other employees and ask how their experiences are with that company. Are they a good fit for you, and are they going to provide you with what you need to go up the ladder? If it's just swapping from one kettle to another kettle, then it's perhaps not doing everything for you, and it's not going to give you any way to rise up that ladder. So that's what I mean by that, guys. So gathering more information, digging a bit deeper, and doing what's right for you. Okay, so that is the message for August, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that this message has been well received and that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, click the bell so YouTube will tell you when my next video comes out. If you'd like to offer light and love to this channel, you can do that through Patreon, and if you'd like to book a professional reading by me, you can do that by any of the links provided on this video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Blessed be.